was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Brooklyn Beats and the Los Angeles Chargers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Come on, fellas.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. And I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. It was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
No, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Being chased out left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jenkins got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Runs over him. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got a man. It's Higbee, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big gain that time for the Chargers. Now they lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down, they go again with Henry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jenkins caught on the right side by Adams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Off the play fake, Jenkins. And this will be caught in the end zone for the Chargers touchdown. Tyler Higbee, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is Jakeem Grant. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jenkins. And right side, Henry's got it. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
On 3rd down, Jenkins. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big game that time for the Chargers.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big pick up there on the scramble.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Quiddy Pay able to record his 5th sack of the season. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him. And I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
At the 22-yard line, a gain of only a yard.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep, Jakeem Graham. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. It's caught inside the 25. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw. Jenkins gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Tyler Higbee with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. There he goes right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and it is 28-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker it.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a handoff to Henry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. And that last run good enough to have him surpass for his career, get this folks, 12,000 rushing yards.
And how about this? You're in shouting distance now of the top 10 all-time rushers in NFL history. And in short order now, you've got Thurman Thomas, Franco Harris, Marcus Allen, and Edgerrin James right ahead of you. He can zoom past them with just a few more carries.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. After the penalty, it's Henry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Yeah, Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Brings up 4th and goal.
They'll run for it with Henry. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. So following the failed try on 4th down, we'll change ends and change possession. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up as safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine?
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
The Charger drive about to get going. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, it's Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Again to Henry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now. He's going to let it fly. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. And a huge play that time. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
1st and goal at at the 5-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the beats get a bit closer. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Taken from about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
So this one's over. It's in.